live! Ladies and gentlemen, those in between are neither. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host. And today we're back in Diablo 2. I will explain a few things. Last time we actually got to the Stony Field and we were starting to make our way towards the Dark Wood, where we unfortunately ran into a bit of a problem, mainly because I got greedy. So, after a little bit of looting and figuring out what to do. The good news is that we should be able to start Path of Exile either end of this week or start of next week. And the reason for that is because I underestimated the time of the download, so it is currently just chugging along. And with that, and I might need to tweak something in Steam, but we'll worry about that once we get there. And then with Twitch, I had to actually reset my password, mainly because I forgot the main password. So that screwed everything up, and clearing out storage, so I didn't necessarily have stuff for the PNG, and today has just been kind of a technical crapshoot of a day for me, okay? Okay, so we're now in the Stony Field, and we're going to head into the passageway once we're done taking out these monsters. Mainly because whenever you die in Diablo 2, everything resets, from shrines to loot drops to everything. So we're kind of snagging as much extra loot as we can as well. I do have an extra Scroll of Time portal, and ooh, we actually got a better bow for our archer friend, and we do have a skull cap that we might use. If we're not using it, then they will. So, excellent. This extra loot, the extra chance to loot is a lovely idea. So your map progress does save, however, everything resets, and we were going for the second level on this particular cave section. Come on. There we go. And a scroll of identify, that is lovely. We can use that right away. In fact, I have every intention to, because if I could upgrade the archer's bow right now, that would actually be a very good thing. So I did do a little bit of tomb raiding in the process, because since the loot drops kind of reset, I was hoping that we could possibly get a better item. There's Scroll of Identify. Man, we are just getting lucky today. We're getting exactly what we need. Skull Cap of Energy. I'm gonna put that on the Mercenary, actually. Because I do have a gemmed cap that I'm currently using that I like, but if I do get something better, I will be replacing it. Because that's just kind of the nature of Diablo. That's kind of what you do. I'm stopping off at the well here so that we can get a chance to restore our health. So yeah, today's just been kind of a little bit of a technical nightmare for me. And the best way for me to cope with that is just through a game that I thoroughly enjoy. But at the rate that this is going, we'll see how quickly Path of Exile finishes. If it finishes by Thursday, then we're jumping into it on Thursday. And then Saturday will be eggs, because there are some new Pokemon outbreaks as well that we can check out. Mainly Ekans and Seviper in Kitakami and the Blueberry Academy. Not doing Silicobra because I've already got a shiny Sandaconda, so I don't necessarily need to. And I don't need the extra scrolls of Identify. They are nice to have, but I don't particularly need them at this moment. I don't need to buy an extra scroll right now. So we can just move this special purple potion over here. Store our money. Go say hi to Charcy for, like, again. And just kind of go from there. Thank you, Charcy. And I do have skill points that I need to invest. I don't have any stat points that I need to invest right now. Now, I'm not entirely sure where I want to put them, if that makes sense. Because I think this is definitely going to be a more offensive paladin with might and possibly Holy Freeze, because that's one of my favorites. And it does slow down enemies, so I might want to hold off to level 18 to do a full investment on that, but we'll see. And good work. Very good work, Ellie. I appreciate that you were just mowing through most of these enemies just fine. Especially since if I die, she also dies, which is a little annoying, but at the same time, I get it. They're technically your companion, not a separate character that you could jump into. But I feel like it's also kind of a missed opportunity. Now I did hit a cursed aura, so there might be a special monster nearby. I'm not entirely sure, though. There. Shaman's taken down. Ooh. Some extra money and some extra loot. You love to see it. It's not very good, but we can at least sell it. Perfect timing. But yeah, that's basically the gist of my day has been kind of a little bit of a technical nightmare. But we're here, we're vibing, and that is perfectly fine. Don't need this. Don't need most of this now, actually. Now that I have the archer, I'm thinking I will replace the secondary bow that I currently have. I don't know what I would replace it with, though. That's kind of... It's definitely more of a we'll cross that bridge once we get there thing.
Not intel.
And then we'll go say hi. And our gold, our repair costs are definitely going up, which again, well, considering we have a legendary item, I'm expecting them to be kind of high to begin with. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. I'm fully stacked. And we will come back to that little bit on the bottom because I know that there's a second floor in this area, so I need to... I would like to find that. Oh! So that's why the cursed effect is going off. My companion has a special bow that allows her to inflict a curse, which will allow me to do more damage, or by extension, it will allow her to do more damage on the second shot. Scepter. Just a normal scepter, which is perfectly fine. And now we're kind of in the uncharted territory, which is nice. Kind of hoping that we can get a better shield. Because yes, the small shield is going to be very serviceable, but if I can get something magical, that might serve me better in the long run. Or if I could get like a set piece or some sort of magic buckler or something. Because I know it's possible to do. I know it's possible. I've seen it. I've used it. And we're going to drop that because we actually have the time to, before we go into the second passage. Now it's basically just a giant devil encampment down here. And with the exception of like a few boss monsters in this case. And I do appreciate that every time you level up, you fully heal at the same time. So we'll just grab the magic stuff. What do I want to do here? I think I want to do some more strength, because that'll allow me to hit things, and it will allow me to use quote-unquote better weapons. And I think we're going to put the other two into dexterity at this point. And then for our skill tree, did I get a special? I got a set piece! Sweet! So, I must have picked it up in that scuffle. So if an item has green lettering, it's a part of a set. And then based on if you can actually get the full set, you'll get a variety of effects. Now, what do I want to invest in? Back to the main investment question. Defiance, no. Cleansing will be fun later. But I don't want to... I want to stick into this one. Damage to undead. Okay, so we're actually going to put at least 1 point in Thorns, because it's actually a very good aura to have around. And I kind of want to put at least another one into Holy Fire, because it does give me extra fire damage. And then Resist Fire will actually give me even more damage, because it's technically a passive. So let's actually try it out and see if it works. So I'm going to bind the skill, and I'm going to do where Might originally was. And we're going to set it up, so now we're doing fire damage. And based on our inventory, we're going to have to go back, because I do want that buckler identified as quickly as possible. Akara! Please help! I found something cool! Okay, so I don't need this. I do not need the shield. I don't need the scepter because it doesn't have any magical properties for it. And the scimitar is also... Oh, that's fine. Getting that one identified would have probably been a better play. And yes, I could just sell it and then buy it back, but I want to make sure... yes, I want 1 scroll of Town Portal, and then I want 2 scrolls of Identify, because we don't have Kane yet. That's kind of the main point of today. Today, we are going to get Mr. Kane. Scimitar of Shock, that's fine. I've got a better sword. And which... Hussar's Iron Fist. So the heel is the boots, and I think Iron Stay is a sash or a belt. So right now we are going to use it in place of the small shield that we already have. So right now our strength is increased by 10 and our damage is reduced by 2, which is very nice. And I'm gonna need to drop off the money we have and get this thing repaired, because I'm not expecting it to have a high amount of durability. Oh man, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that we managed to get an amazing shield like that. Okay. Neat. Our shield is all set to go. And now we can get back to slaughtering monsters. Just a cap that I can sell for money. Some extra money, which is cool. Hi, guys! Other armor. So yeah, I'm actually doing some more fire damage, and I'm also doing fire damage over time right now, which is great, unless I come up against something that is resistant to fire, which could be possible. Did I snag anything decent? I got some boots. Those boots could be better than what I have. I've also got a scepter, but I like the sword that I'm currently using, so we're not gonna worry about that. Alright, time to go back. Hey Skyrox! Welcome to stream. How are you? I've got good news. Path of Exile is downloading. The bad news is it is being slow. So, here we are. We did pick up the first Path of Exile because the second one is still in early access and it is $30 to access it, which I will admit, I want to at least try the first one beforehand. Alright, so we're gonna grab this and 1, 2. Did that actually? Yes, that did go through. Lovely, we will identify this. Scepter of Self-Repair, I don't really need that. Even though the point to sacrifice would be nice, I'm not particularly... It's better defense, and it also gives me a stat gain for right now, so... It's better than the boots we have. Or had, rather. And we've already got the loot from the second floor, so we can head through the Dark Wood and try to get the Scroll of Icarus. And yeah, I'm just being that person and just making sure that everything is dead in here. Making sure that I'm getting as many things as possible. There we go. And... we've cleared out both sides. Well, I shouldn't say both sides, but both main areas of the cave. So now we can head into the dark wood. And I'm really hoping that we can complete the set that I just picked up. And it might take multiple runs to do, because set items don't drop very often. There we go. We've got some fire, ice, and lightning from the little, well, they're not little, but the misshapen demons. And I don't really need to explore down there, so we can just head to the next area. And thankfully it puts us like right against a wall, so I can just do my normal strategy of skirting the wall and ooh, a Targe. Oh shoot, a Targe is actually already better than what we have, because it gives us enhanced defenses and more resistance. I just got a call, so I'll be right back. I don't know what you said. I know why. Hang on. There we go. That should be better. So, the reason why is I'm currently streaming as well as downloading the game, or a game rather. So things might get a little weird. But the Targe we have right here is technically better than the buckler that we're currently using, even though the buckler is a set piece. Because it gives us a better blocking chance, more resistance, and more defense. So I'm a little torn as to if I want to replace it right now or not. I'm going to say no, because it's just a basic Targe. I want to at least try to get something with a magical property. Oh. And with the waypoint right here, we can just go back to camp and sell, which is nice. We're gonna say hi to Akara. Hello. Here's the preserved head and these extra potions. There we go. Don't need to buy a scroll because we used the waypoint. Stash our gold because we need to. And don't need to do repairs, which is nice. So we're back to looking for a very specific tree. the Tree of Icarus, which is going to be guarded. Now, the guarding part is not the problem. It's finding this tree to begin with. Because if it's next to something like a demon encampment, then we might run into a little bit of an issue. Thank you. Why was that route faster? That explains it. The tree is right there. I literally just walked into my worst problem. Okay. Let's clear out the encampment so we're not dealing with any issues later. There we go. Oh! Do I have enough for the scroll? I do. So we're actually going to head on over here. Grab this scroll, because it's a quest item. And then we're just going to run back to the waypoint, because the waypoint is like right up there. Okay. And boop. So now Akara is going to identify it. Identify is not the right word. She's going to translate it.
I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
Thank you. So we're going to sell everything else in the meantime. And then the good part about this is that we don't have to open up our inventory to read the scroll. We can just touch the stones. And eventually we're going to get the right order. Stony field. Because the stones are literally right over here. So let's just start touching rocks. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. To Tristram. Let's go save.
What a tragic end to Tristram.
Let's go save Mr. Kane. Now we are going to be dealing with some more interesting monsters as well, because Griswold is actually one of the Griswold is actually the boss of this area. And he can actually curse us to take extra damage. Now, I don't have a scroll of identify, but that longbow is probably gonna go to our archer friend, so that way she can do even more damage. So we're gonna do what we always do, which is skirt the area around and then work our way in. Because there is also a very specific item that I would like to try and grab, known as Wirt's leg. So this is Wirt. He's met a terrible end. But the man was loaded. And we're just taking his leg. And we're going to destroy that leg for later. And we're just gonna continue skirting around here. And grabbing as much money and items as we can.
I can't carry anymore.
That's fine. We have extra town portals that we can use. Trade that up. And we don't have Cain just yet. And we cannot actually sell the leg, so that's fun. Sell this, sell this. 1, 2, and scroll, gemstone, and rejuvenation potion. I need to keep those. Oh geez, no, we don't want to reset everything. That would be bad. Don't need these javelins, and our archer just got a bit more dangerous. Because she's actually going to be dealing some more damage now.
I'll put that to good use.
A lot more damage now. Which is exactly what we want her to be doing. Alright, let's go offload into our inventory. So where its leg, it's gonna go right up there for right now. You are gonna go right over here. And once we get the Heraldric Cube, I promise this is gonna be a little cleaner. There we go. There's that. Stash the money. Charcy. Do the repairs. Okay. Back into Tristram. I see you. There. And don't interact with the cow, because the cow, I think, actually explodes. Now, there's gonna be some champion monsters in here, which, yeah, we're gonna need some ice arrows in here right now. There's 1. There's 2. Now, where's the 3rd? I thought there was a 3rd. Maybe not, because there were so many carvers around. Not in there. Not in there. Okay, I think we're set. Hi!
Deckard Cain, leave quickly.
I thank you, friend, for coming to my aid.
Now, we cannot use that portal to get back. Back to the rogue encampment. So, what we're gonna do is we are effectively just going to use the waypoint, because the waypoint is literally like right here to go back. There we go. So now that Cain is here,
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify
We don't need to buy scrolls anymore.
Regrettably, I could do nothing.
I don't. I've played this game before. I know that you've kind of failed. And I seriously wish that you did not die in 3.
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you.
And then Akara actually gave us a ring of lightning resistance. I've got fire and cold right now, so I don't really need that. Don't need this leather armor. Do not need. Didn't need the boots, I don't think. Nope. Nope. Dagger, I don't really need. And just keeping the ring around. Because again, once we get the Heraldric Cube, we can actually work with that. We need to get the cube first. So, we're actually getting really close to the end of the first act. Because Charcy's going to give us a quest, which is the 5th quest in this lineup. Where we need to get the Heraldric Malice.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Heraldric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Which, we're hanging on to that until we get something really, really good. Don't need to do repairs. But this 4th one here hasn't necessarily procced yet. And we're going to either find the tome that procs it, or we're going to go into the Black Marsh first. Because we need to go to the Black Marsh anyway. So, let's do a little bit more scrounging around in the Darkwood, shall we? Hey! Thank you for that extra scroll. I'm gonna need it. Hard leather armor and leather armor. We can use that. Scroll of Town Portal. I am just getting lucky today. Leather gloves. We're not coming back. So, I think this is a case of where some groups will have a shaman in them and some won't. There we go. Clean that up. That's another chipped amethyst. Again, when it comes to our gem luck, we are getting a ton of amethyst, which is interesting. Skeleton archer. There we go. Yet another skeleton archer. Okay. Time to go back to town. So we're going to see Mr. Cain first. And with that, oh man, the hard leather armor we can't, well, we could use, but it's not great. But the sturdy leather armor, I'm actually going to give that to our friend here. And I don't need to see Akara because we have the extra scroll, so we can just talk to Charcy. And sell off our stuff there. There we go. Do not need the key. And for repair. And stashing the gemstones. We have 6 chipped amethyst, which are 2 flawed amethyst once we use the Heraldric cube. But we need to get there first. And back to exploring, basically. Now the Darkwood does not have a little bonus area where you can get treasure from, unfortunately. There you are. There. And I will admit, Holy Fire is doing wonders in terms of crowd control. And we just leveled up, which is even better. Ooh, gloves! Actually magic gloves. I can use that. Let's see what we can do. Sturdy leather gloves. They're better than what I have currently. Oh, cool. So, for stat points, because of our shield, we've got a ton of strength. And we're doing a lot of fire damage. So, let's just spend some points into energy and vitality to make sure that we can actually make use of it. I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to start investing in combat skills. In this case, it would be Holy Bolt. And I'm actually going to bind it to the B button. Because even with our offensive aura equipped, it's still doing damage. Which is nice. And we're dealing with a bunch of undead. Plus, if things get particularly bad, we can heal our archer in the process. So it's kind of a win-win. Do I? Again, I don't need to see Akara, and I don't think I need to see Kane this trip.
What can I do for you?
I will admit, I wish the inventory was just a little bit bigger. But can't really complain too much. Make sure to handle repairs. Skyrox, if you're still there, please let me know if you can actually understand what I'm saying at this point. Because I think I hit like a low point where my connection was not as great. And I think that's what was causing it. Oh man, I didn't drop off our money, so I kind of need to be a little careful at least. That's the archer. And I will admit, Holy Bolt will actually be pretty decent when it comes to dealing at range with certain enemies. If Ellie doesn't already handle them. Of course, if I can actually, you know, cast the spell. There. A monster shrine? Sure, let's try it. So, a monster shrine basically turns one basic monster into a special monster, and said special monster will have a better drop. And unfortunately, Holy Bolt is just not. Well, Holy Bolt worked. I just wasn't aiming correctly. That's a potion I want to keep around. But monster shrines like the experience shrine can only be used once.
I can't carry anymore.
That's fine. We've got extra scrolls to burn.
Good day.
Thank you for taking care of that, Kane. Don't really need to worry about my health at the moment. Go. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I want that potion actually. Which thankfully I'm at the point where I can buy the potions I need. If I accidentally sell one. We're gonna move you here. Oh. Get repairs done if absolutely needed. They were not. There we go. Rejuvenation potion is set. And we will deposit the money this time so that way if we die, we don't lose it all. Now that's a mana recharge shrine, which could be helpful. I was just spamming mana. Because even now, I'm not really using it that much. Stop off at the well to get our stamina back. That's an experience shrine, which is what I want. Grab this and just start trying to find stuff to kill. There we go. That's... Well, I don't want to call it a useless potion, but it's not a potion that I necessarily need. Good shot.
I can't carry anymore.
Aw, man. It means I have to go back. Which means I'm not exactly wasting time, but
Good to see you.
I want to make sure that I can take advantage of the shrine that I have active right now. And do repairs real quick.
Not in town.
So I could try to go for something like a heavy axe or a spear. However, those are considered two-handed weapons, which means I would have to put down my shield. And that's actually not a smart idea. But I might want to do that for the secondary weapon. I think. I'm not entirely sure. And grab that. Grab this. And we're going to start moving over here because this is a house, and this house might actually have a chest in it. They do not. But there was some stuff under the blanket. Ooh, a jewel. That could be useful. Do I don't think I have anything with sockets currently, though. Where's... There you are. Good shot, Ellie. Very good shot. Well, there's something with the socket, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have the space for it. Oh well. Now, Kane will identify the jewel, and we will end up selling it. Mainly because I don't really have a use for it right now. And
What can I do for you?
jewels and charms, you kind of need to have something for them. Ooh, now I'm wishing I had something with the socket, because that's actually a very good jewel. Oh well. At least we got some decent money out of it, though. Alright, repairs are done. Don't really need to worry about health right now. And if I do, I can just switch over to prayer and be fine. You can grab that. And there's one more. There you are. There's a couple more. But with the shaman dead, they're not going to come back, which is nice. Alright, on to our next area, the Black Marsh. And this will actually add a quest to our quest log. Ooh. Okay, so I need to see a Kara now because I need to get my scroll back. And some healing would be nice.
The Order welcomes you.
Trade. Especially because we're starting to get some bigger items in our inventory. Right now. There. Here's a private stash. Don't need to get repairs done. Probably because we literally just got back. Making sure that I've got enough scrolls. And that is a special shaman, so I'm happy that we were able to remove that. And the drops were actually pretty good. Well, we got the large axe, but it's ethereal, so I don't necessarily want to use it. Throwing knife. Armor. Some extra money. Thank you for the scroll that you ate, Mr. Bloodhawk. That's a health shrine, and that's where we need to go for our next quest. I do want to make sure that I find the waypoint here, though, first. Mainly because it's one of those things about I want to make sure that I've got a save point if I end up dying. Because scrolls do not carry over if you save and exit the game. Kane, I do not have anything for you to identify yet. Charcy, it's time for you to take my things and then repair some of them, I would hope. And don't need to do repairs, which is actually kind of nice. And yet another amethyst gets stored. And there's potion. There's some gold. There we go. Everything is set. So where is this waypoint? That is my question. How does an well, I suppose that skeleton wasn't necessarily an archer. But still, how does a skeleton with very little muscle mass carry a large axe? Especially since it's more of a two-handed axe. There's the hot, my inventory was full, so here we are. Cane? No, I didn't pick up anything that would need that. Hello, Akara. Yeah, we're actually getting to the point where we're getting like crossbows and large axes now, which are a little bit bigger. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately, because it gives us more money, but unfortunately, the more space it takes up, the less we can carry back.
What you need?
There's the cap, there's the armor, there's... Ooh, spell charm. Sweet. I might be able to keep that around. Um, and that's a refilling shrine. I don't need to use that. A loose boulder. Nothing underneath it. It's a chest. Is it locked? No, it is not. Is this one locked? No, but it's got some money in it. Hey. Nice. You know, eventually we're going to be we're going to be finding these bloodhawk nests. And that's gonna take us to the next area. It's a wolf head, which that's for druids. Not that we could carry it back anyway. Alright. So I could have gone to Kane, but since I know that I had the 2 scrolls, I might as well use them. I do want to use the skull cap over the cap that I had. Granted, with the gemstones in it, that cap was probably actually pretty decent. I'd like to think. But I'm not entirely sure. There we go.
Good evening.
Do some more repairs. A chipped skull, which that might be useful later. Not quite what I was looking for, however, when you put an experience shrine right next to a large pack of enemies, that makes me very happy. And the waypoint is literally right there too. Yay! Progress! Okay, I think that's all of them dead. I think. So let's do this, and let's go. Let's use the waypoint. I'm going to stop off at Akara because I can at least heal first. And then we can sell. I don't need a scroll because I used the waypoint. Oh! I didn't pick up a scroll last time. Unfortunately. Okay. There we go. That's better.
Greetings.
There we go. So at this point in particular, I think our main objective is to at least get the Heraldric Malice. And the next time we end up going and finishing out the first act. We just need to get there first, and jeez, we hit a treasure chest. Like, apparently this guy liked storing his valuables outside the house. No shame, that kind of makes my job a little easier. Thankfully, Ellie is being amazing. And I don't need to worry about, dying right now. Okay, let's go down here to the tower. That's a sash. And that's a refilling shrine that I don't need. Oh, and I forget that the Black Marsh actually has a bonus area too. Tower first, and then we're gonna see the bonus area. Mainly because the Forgotten Tower is our main
This
our main
tower
quest.
shall be cleansed of evil.
And I keep forgetting that there are now dark archers down here, which is going to be a little annoying. But we do have Holy Bolt, so I cannot get too upset. Holy Bolts! That was very fun! Oh, I love it when I can just cheese that. Is that studded leather? No, just hard leather. Ooh, a jewel. That could be useful, depending on if we have something to put it in. Well, time to go back. Time to go back and offload our stuff. And now I can talk to Kane because I have extra stuff. And Charcy.
Good morning.
Okay, so I could sell the scimitar. Sell that. Yeah, I think we might just be selling off most of our stuff. Again, another jewel. That would have been awesome if we had a weapon to put it in. Oh, I don't like how it does that. Note to self, don't don't sort the inventory. Hmm. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna pay a visit to Akara real quick.
The order
There we
welcomes you.
go. Just to make sure that I'm going in with full health each time. Because our goal is to go through the entirety of this tower. Hey, thank you for the stuff. Okay, some barrels. Nothing's decided to come out yet. There we go. Yeah, if I start doing a holy bolt spam, that means there's like a ranged target that I really don't want to get close to. Weapon rack. That is something. And it does have a socket, so if we find another jewel, we can work with that. Unfortunately, our inventory's full, so we need to go back. There was a ring in there that needed to get checked. Trade. And the buckler, apparently. Two. Three. There we go. And what is this? Ooh. It's one of those rings that I'm like, yes, I want to use it, but I also don't want to affect my stats too much, so we're keeping it until we can find something better. Or make something better. There.
Good day.
And have Charcy do her thing. She doesn't need to. Cool. Okay. So the Forgotten Tower. That's the quest that actually procced. So since we didn't find the tome that actually, tells us about the Forgotten Tower, I'm going to assume that this character in particular has heard the story already from somebody else. And it's just like, okay, it's time to cleanse the scary tower now. Either that or die trying. One of the two. And there are monsters. Ooh. He could deal cold damage! That's annoying. I'm going to hold off to... What level do I need? I need level 18 in order to invest more skill points. because that's when we get Holy Freeze and the Blessed Hammer. So not only will that improve our projectile, but we also have a new aura to play around with. Okay. That one is just socketed, so we don't need to worry about it. And down here, I assume... Yay, more monsters. Which means the possibility for more treasure. Now, Devilkin will not respawn right now because the shaman hasn't shown up yet. There we go. And that was just nice and easy. We do have an extra healing potion that we can use. Now we're gonna head to the next floor. And what floor are we currently on? We are on... we're headed to level 4. So we've got one more floor to go. And then we can take on the Countess. Which means one more floor to clear out. And I don't think I need to identify... I do need to identify stuff. Thank you! Nagging voice in the back of my head saying, always visit Kane. Well, it wasn't the wolf's head, and it wasn't the bow. Oh, it was the hand axe that I'm not going to use. 1, 2, and then make sure that we buy from Akara. Make sure that we move our potions and our gemstone into our inventory, as well as the rest of our money. There we go. Oh dear.
Yes?
Okay. Things should be back to normal. I hit a little bit of a low patch, so I tried not to say anything during that time. There we go. Repairs are done, and we can get back to clearing out this tower. Two keys, which we can use those for unlocked chests, if we ever find one. we go. And there's our way to the 5th floor, but we're not done exploring this one just yet. And try not to get stuck on a torch. Well, it's a good thing I decided to pop in here, because I wouldn't have gotten the cool stuff otherwise. Very cool. And they were just camping out here too. But the main plan for the 5th floor, I'm sorry it took so long. There was yet another dip. Oh geez. We might not. Okay, we didn't make it, but the town portal's going to stay. So my main plan here is to, first of all, get my archer back. Because I need her at least to stay alive. Grab my body, effectively.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Can I go back? Thank you. Ugh. So now that I'm back, and it didn't allow me to grab all of my stuff, I don't think. No, it didn't. So that means that I still have to grab the sword, which is fine. The main point of that maneuver was just to grab what we could and run. And I'm not going to worry about the gemstone this time because we kind of need the cash more so than anything else. And grab our scrolls. Repair what we have, at the very least. Okay, we should have everything back now. There we go. Oh. That was what we call a trial by arrow. Start doing holy bolt spam because the archers are there and it's not a fun experience to go through them.
Yes.
Kane and then go to Akara.
The Order welcomes you.
Which will allow me to sell off things a little bit easier. Because I don't have to take the time to identify them. Store our potion as we usually do, and then our money.
What you need?
Not here.
Don't need to do repairs. Scrolls are topped off, so let's go take on a Countess. Now the Countess will actually throw a fire spell at us, to try and seal us off effectively, which is kind of why I have Holy Bolt. If she'll allow us through the door. Nope. My blood will be perfectly fine, thank you. Ooh, leather, tall rune, and a bunch of stuff.
I've earned the right to this abandoned trove.
The Countess's treasury is ours. So let's finish grabbing everything. And then we can start making our way back up. To the next area. Which is actually just right next to the tower. So ideally we could just go in there right away and be perfectly fine. Ideally. looking at the time, we've actually been making very good progress with only one death, which I will admit was partially my fault. So, yeah.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing I'm finding out about this now, and not in the cave that we have to go check.
Hello.
Hello. Well done, my friend. Courage and opportunity together have created in you a kind of alchemy.
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt that we managed to find a good chunk of treasure. So we're going to use the studded leather, because that's actually a very good upgrade at this point. I don't need the skull cap, unfortunately. And I don't think my companion needs one either. And we're not a high enough level to use the runes yet. So we have to sell. Ugh. We have to sell those off. But at least we get a decent chunk of money for it. One. And
Yes.
Charcy to do repairs. Out back into the marsh. And if we go right over here, we have to the hole. So now we just have to find the second level. Already dealt with one set of archers today. I don't need to deal with another one. And I'm actually going to use a mana potion to heal up just a little faster. Oh. I could have just gone back to the shrine. Oh well. Here's some money. Is there anything down here? Yes, there is. There we go. There's another spear that we can sell. If we were the Amazon class, I would definitely consider using a spear. Is this where the second floor is? It can't be that easy, can it? Well, what do you know? This will be quicker than I thought. Now, I think the chest is on this side.
I am overloaded.
Thank you for telling me now. There. Oh. Say hi to Kane. And then say hi to Akara, because Akara can also heal us at the same time.
Welcomes you.
Spear. A good haul? Not very much, but still decent.
What can I do for you?
Still don't need repair, which is actually kind of nice. Because it allows us to just kind of hoard money for a bit. And I was wrong. The chest is on this side. Alright. Doesn't look to be anything too good item-wise. But I am seeing some potions that are decent to have. But that was relatively quick. We can head to our next area now. Because we've already found the second floor, so we don't need to fully explore this place. So now we'll just follow the path. Finish our little exploration. See if there's anything else that we missed. Nothing on the radar just yet. Jeez, I've got quite a bit of stuff that needs checking. Kane?
Good day.
Hi! Oh, I'm actually really happy that Kane is just so happy to see you. There we go. Money and potion is stored. Now, just gotta make sure that Charcy...
Not here.
Good to see you.
There we go. And now, on to the next area. After picking up what we found first. Now, do we need to check the road? No, but if we can find extra monsters to kill, I don't see much of an issue. On to the Highlands. Now, there is not a waypoint here, but we're eventually going to come to the cathedral where we will actually find one. That is, if we survive first. Jeez. These guys are not messing around. Oh, I forgot that these guys can also show up. They're mages. And the mages can come in 4 different types. Fire, lightning, cold, and poison. Arguably, poison is the most annoying, and with cold being very close behind. So, the monastery gates, which we're not going to go into the monastery right away. Mainly because I want to make sure that the Highlands are fully explored. Or at least fully checked. So we don't get surprised by any certain monsters. Come on. Trying to smack the thorn. So, does Holy Bolt just not work on Beast? On Beast monsters? Because that's kind of annoying. There we go, minor healing potion and some bolts, which don't really need to use. Extra gold, which is nice. weapon that we can sell, which is good. I'm sorry if I'm being so quiet. My connection will occasionally dip. So well, this is unfortunate.
I can't carry anymore.
So, as I was trying to say earlier, I'm sorry if I seem like quiet or there's like big chunks of just dead air. I'm worried because I've noticed that my connection's been fluctuating a little bit. I know why it's fluctuating, but I still. It's one of those scenarios where I don't necessarily want to talk when it decides to dip, if that makes sense.
Good day.
Make sure that we sell what we don't need. There we go.
Greetings.
And so I don't think we'll be getting the Harajic Malice today, which, again, that's fine. But I do at least want to grab the waypoint and the extra treasure area that's in here before we call it. Ah! There we go. So now the big thing is to find that treasure area. And hopefully not get overloaded in the process. There we go. Switching over to prayer right now just to make sure that I've got enough healing. Because I don't need to go back to the monastery at the moment. Though having to spend mana on on Holy Bolt when I'm trying to heal is not exactly a good thing. Ooh, amulet.
I can't carry anymore.
Actually, yeah, at this rate, I think I just want to get the waypoint.
Good evening.
Alright, Kane. Do your thing.
The Order welcomes you.
Now, I could keep the Grand Charm in my inventory, however, it takes up 3 spaces. So I kind of don't want to do that. And what does this amulet do? That's not quite what I'm looking for. So once we're done doing our little bit of a scouting mission, my plan is to go for the waypoint and then we're gonna call it. I forgot to drop off our money. Mainly because I'm worried about connection issues and it is getting to that time.
Yes?
So let's finish this up first. There we go. I appreciate that the archer just tagged him once. And that's a health shrine. I don't really need that. I'm checking the boulder though, and I'm happy I did. That's... Is there a cow? No, there's a chest in here. Sweet. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Holy Bolt can only attack undead, which is admittedly a little niche. But it's a good thing I've got a sword. A very good sword. And Holy Aura that is just wrecking shop. There. Okay. Going back to camp. Because we need to get stuff identified, and we did level, which is cool. I can at least invest some stat points. Ooh. Aw, man. They're only crude chain gloves. I wish they were better chain gloves. Because then I could actually use them. I I don't want to use ethereal armor. And I don't think I need to do... I do need to do repairs. Cool. And there we go. That. And the gemstone can just go here. Okay, we've explored most of the area. We haven't found the secret cave spot, which I think is up here. I could get through these thorn beasts first. Thank you. Very fitting that you would drop a quiver of bolts. Mages are taken out. There's the Darkstalkers. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Holy Bolt also takes out demons as well. And I'm going by the game's definition of demon, which is more devil. And I was right. The cave is right over here, but that will be for another trip. Because we need to get a waypoint. There's the L. There we go. And thankfully the waypoint is just through here. Hopefully this is not...
I am overburdened.
That's fine. I just need to get to the center, which means getting through these guys. And now that I'm in the center, where's the waypoint? Where's the waypoint? I know it's here. Here we go. Whew. And I only died once today. I'm going to call that a win. So let's kind of offload the stuff that we have first, and then... don't need that. And then we're going to call it. So... Hi, Jersey. Trade and repair, please. Thank you. And I am very happy with the progress we actually made today, despite all of the technical issues I had. Okay, so I don't need to do any repairs, so we can offload the money. We're not going to worry about skill points right now. So on that note, thank you all for stopping by for today's stream. Please make sure to leave a follow and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I'm live. On the YouTube channel, make sure to like, comment, and sub over there. VODs are typically up within 1 to 2 days, depending on if I remember to do them. This one might not go up because of the connectivity issues. Well, we'll have to see. If you're feeling particularly generous, I do have a Ko-Fi link in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of the YouTube vids. Any money generated through that link will go back towards the channel in some way. Additionally, if you want to see more work from me, I have a portfolio of D&D homebrew that I personally wrote. The portfolio in question is linked in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of the YouTube videos. Next stream, I'm going to hope that Path of Exile will be ready for Thursday. If not, I will improvise, because that's kind of what I do. Next appearance for me will probably be tomorrow with Coffee and Silver, because we are getting back into the Pokemon Crystal Soul Link. I can only expect things to go